Taiwan has responded to U.S. investigations into its trade practices ahead of public hearings on them. The U.S. opened the two Section 301 probes last month. One looks into Taiwan's large trade surplus with the U.S., while the other is focused on imports of goods made with forced labor. Taipei says its surplus comes from its complementary trade ties with the U.S., pointing to the two countries' tech industries. And it says it's working with businesses to uphold international human rights standards on imports. Taiwan is hoping to maintain trade and investment agreements it signed with Washington earlier this year. For more on the government's response to these U.S. trade probes, our reporter Ai Chi spoke with John Deng, Taiwan's former trade representative.
The U.S. Trade Representative opened these Section 301 investigations in March. So what motivation might Taiwan have in providing its response now?
So Taiwan government thinks this is a channel that we can use, present our side of stories, our side of arguments, so that they take advantage of this option, provide additional information that might be useful for the U.S. government. U.S. now is the largest export market of Taiwan products. So we have to treat this investigation in a very serious manner.
How far do you think this response will go in persuading the U.S. to refrain from penalizing Taiwan?
It's difficult to say. It is up to U.S. government when they receive this information from Taiwan side. They then have to decide whether that the facts and the argument presented by Taiwan government is persuasive enough for them to decide that Taiwan is not engaged in unfair trade practice. Taiwan has agreed to do many measures to open up Taiwan's market and to change our regulations to meet the U.S. Demands.
How might the investigations impact the trade and investment deals Taiwan recently signed with the U.S.?
President Trump and his senior officials, my reading and my sense is they also want to keep the agreement. After reading this trade agreement, you will be surprised how comprehensive. It is a very, very detailed agreement. It almost covers all those so-called trade barriers that over the years that USTR collected from the U.S. private industries. So it is a very comprehensive. It serves the interest of the U.S. business. It also almost solved the trade tensions between U.S. and Taiwan.
That was Taiwan's former trade representative, John Deng.